are true.
Right.
Shouldn't you have anticipated them?
Okay.
See, when you launch a war of that size, you got to say, what could go wrong?
I did. I put in if you go to my website, Rumsfeld.com, you'll see a thing called the Parade of Horribles, where I listed 15, 20, 30...
Back then you listed them?
You bet.
Why didn't you
the war
tell
started.
me in the press, though?
Well, I told the President, and I told the National Security Council.
You didn't tell the people.
We talked about any number of things that could go wrong.
Inside, but the public had no idea. I didn't have any idea.
Well, we didn't know what would go wrong.
But you had an idea what could go wrong?
You bet. I sat down.
Shouldn't the public have been in on that?
I don't think so.
Come on.
Why?
Because they're the guys that are fighting. We're the people that elect people to make decisions.
The people fighting were aware of these things. They were wearing, for example, chemical suits.
Well, but you're telling me that the American public did not have a right to know the parade of horribles that you knew?
Well,
the unintended consequences?
They did know many of those things.
But no, you should have told them, and so should President Bush have told them.
They were told a lot of that.
They weren't. I didn't know any of that, and I do this for a living.
Come on, sure you were.
Did I know that you were going to fire all of Saddam's infrastructure? They would all be fired, so they'd be teed off and come back and shoot you? Did I know the armaments were going to be looted, and that you weren't going to have American soldiers stationed there to stop that? Did I know that the Sunnis were going to be shut out, and we're going to be so angry they would attack Americans? I didn't know any of that.
You want me to respond to that?
Yes.
Okay. The decision on the Army suggests now today in retrospect that it was disbanded and it was a big mistake. In fact, it disbanded itself. And Bremer and the Coalition Provisional Authority have been criticized for that. The only real fault one can make is they didn't start paying the people fast enough. There was a delay in being able to pay the people who had disbanded themselves. And then they reconstituted the military with the de-Ba'athification. The same thing was done in Nazi Germany. They had a denazification program.
Yeah, we had defeated them to the ground, though.
No, my lord, there was looting all over the Bremen area. We've got selective memory here.
I'm running out of time. I'm going to bring you back.
Well, wait a second. You made all those charges, then you don't let me answer.
No, I want you to answer. Okay. But the big thing is that I don't think the American people were aware of the unintended consequences that could have happened. Make your last point.
Your little tease before I came out here suggested that I was saying one thing publicly and one thing privately. Let me explain that. I was saying what I was saying publicly, and it's what I believed at the time. We all know that any plan is out the window once you make first contact with the enemy. That's the nature of it. Eisenhower, I think, said, the plan is nothing, planning is everything. And because you have to keep adjusting and adapting to what takes place in the battlefield. If anyone thinks you can sit back, plan the thing all out, and have it go that way, it's never been that way. But you know that.
Look, as I said,
now, just a minute.
Go ahead.
So what I said was, here's where I think we are every week or so. But I was constantly inside doing what a responsible leader should. And so was the president. So was everyone else on the NSC. I was saying, what about this? Shouldn't we be thinking about that? Are we doing everything we need to do?
All right. But the public
and those are responsible questions inside.
Okay.
And
that's why people should read your book, because you can get inside.
And I hope they'll go to the website, Rumsfeld.com.
But all I'm going to tell you is the public and I didn't know a lot of this stuff, and I think we should have. Mr. Secretary, always good to see you.
Thank you.
Very good debate. Very fun.
Good to be here.
Plenty more ahead.